Come on, boss.
See, when I say come into sneak, I don't mean go over there.
Oh, come on, go around. No. See, like the daisy around. Yo, bro, who won? Danny, who won? Yo, Danny, who won? Hello? Danny. Yo, Danny. Danny. Yo, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, bro. You beat him?
What?
You beat him?
Yeah.
Why'd you leave the party? Yo, bro. Bro, why did you leave the party? Oh, what the? What is doing? Bro, what is going on, bro? He left my court too? Oh, I thought he left my court. Yo, Danny. Oh, bro. We got somebody else joining the court. Bro. Bro, he's only 62 overall, bro. Bro, Danny. Bro, what happened?
over there. And go open that other one over there.
Okay.
Well, come on, man. With all the extra stuff. And look how you got the table, man. You got it all crooked over here.
You want me to clean it?
This table.
Where's Joshua's PS4?
Go get it. Go get it tonight.
He's not coming.
Still get it tonight. Still get it. Still the brother move. You got it here.
Sell it.
Knock it off, dude. See? This is what I'm talking about. What I tell you about saying silly things? How did it feel to work out?
Good.
You don't need no weights right now. When you get older, then you're going to put
Why
weights.
can't I use weights now?
Because you want to build your inner strength. Trust me when I tell you, the things you're going to do are going to make you much stronger and faster. Explosive. That's what you want, power. Just try shit that, man. I know what I'm doing. The things I show you, you just do. Practicing on your own. Watch out.
What? Oh, Mom got off of work. What, like, Walter? Green! For life. Yo, Daniel. Yeah. Jelly. Play. Jelly. And with the in between the legs. Oh. Hello with that step back in between the legs. Oh, with the crossover spin move. Oh, step back. Crossover spin move. Oh, spin move. Oh, behind the back. Play. Yo, Danny. Green up.
Besides that, it's a good time to have a flashback of his own, so he reminisces about the time he was giving a presentation class on the historical disasters that have befallen Derry. Here's the ire of Henry Bowers and his new expanded group of racers for being black, so they chase him down the street and into a gravel pit construction area. Here the other losers are hanging out and talking about how they've all seen Pennywise now, except for Scout Trooper Stan, who's skeptical of the whole situation. Stan's too logical for this guy. to go and dare. They also drop the title in this scene.
It's not a man. It.
And the pages freak out, and another still comes to life with Pennywise running up to the kids and telling them he'll kill them all and that he's everything they've ever been afraid of. He reaches out to grab them and is way too much for Stan, who shuts the album and tries to deny what they all just saw. He finally admits that he saw it, but he's reluctant to join in the club's call to action to do something about it. But after Bill gives an impassioned plea for them all to help him kill it, they huddle up in a friendship hug and agree. Mike wakes up from his flashback, and his section ends with a scary balloon pop. Spooky. If you're counting along, you know there's only one more loser than me, so we head to Atlanta, Georgia, where Stan is living a very comfortable life. Oh, and he's played by Richard Masur, who was Clark the dog handler in The Thing. Looks different without a beard or a bullet in his forehead. He gets the phone call from Mike, but Stan's real freaked out and says he can't promise him. Back to 1960. The Lucky Seven are practicing with a slingshot, shooting at cans and glass bottles in a creek because that's what kids did before they had hyper-realistic first-person shooters to play. They all suck at it except Bev, who shoots a perfect 10 out of 10 and is thus designated the party's ranged attacker. Richie hooks her up with a magical item, some solid silver earrings, and the kids figure that as long as they believe in it, those babies can kill Pennywise. Sufficiently armed and leveled up, the kids head to the sewer, stopping only to reaffirm their friendship with a bunch of puffs on Eddie's inhaler. Although Stan is kind of reluctant and the last one to do it. Dad? They head inside, unaware that Henry and his cronies are watching them, ready to follow them in and make sure they never come back out. Kids killing other kids, you know, it's what they did before internet. Inside the sewer, Henry launches a plan that involves Vic going off by himself to corral the kids into an he burped and gets the pipe, knocking away Henry and Stan and sucking up Belch back into the pipe. Belch gets folded in half and pulled into the pipe for a bloodless yet still pretty eerie kill, the fourth of the movie and the first to be kind of actually on screen. The light comes back and pops out of the pipe to say hello to the boys again, but Stan's smart enough to GTFO while Henry sits there dumbfounded. We don't get to see what he does, but whatever it is, it scares him enough to turn his hair white. The light ignores him for now, though, opting instead to chase Stan down the tunnels as he runs to reunite with his friends. They huddle up together and fall to the ground as the light approaches them and passes overhead, where we get a glimpse of the thing's bright light underbelly. I don't know, guys, that might just be a TMNT float with some sick LEDs on it. It might be okay. After it passes over them, a fog fills the chamber. I love the smell of sewer fog in the morning. And then all the kids start seeing things that scare them, like a little dead Georgie for Bill, abusive Papa Marsh for Beverly, and some manicured